In the bottom left, folks, in the blue. He took down here 2-0 to get here. He is Dark. Oh. God. Backspace too near the delete key on a keyboard I'm not used to. In the upper right, though, in the red, this is where we mean to be. He is for the Rebellion. It's Byun. So many mistakes. And look at this. Okay. This is a build. At least this is the opening, the start of a build that we saw Maru use with pretty significant effect at Atlanta. Where what happened there was he'd go this 2 racks Reaper build. He'd run across the map on maps with short rush distance, putting the barracks at the natural, so it's not really wallable, or it's a really nice wall. Excuse me. It's not really bustable, and especially on this map for Byun, because he's on the right side. And because he's on the right side of the map, that means that his add-ons will not be exposed, which is one of the ways you can deconstruct this. But then you go and add 2 additional barracks behind there, and it's a 4-rack stim timing off the Reaper pressure. It's killed a lot of Zergs. Maru actually killed Solar by making it look like that, but behind it was a more macro play. It's on the cutting edge of the meta. And I'm excited to see what Byun has in store for us, because, I mean, how many times did Byun get Reapers nerfed? It was like 2 or 3 times, certainly more than once. He has really defined like entire sets of the metas. The Reaper gets across right now, and Dark does have the scout off. Although, okay, come on there, Byun. He could have gotten the drone, but he chooses not to, even still. And that is where we see one of the advantages of this build. The Reaper gets there a little faster. There's a little more time for the Zerg to go and have to micro with just drones before the Lings pop out. But for now, though, Reaper's trading very well. One Ling will fall down. And are we at 3 Reapers? Yeah. So 3 Reapers, they 2-shot Lings, they 2-shot drones. And that's kind of the math that we're looking at for the moment. And there we go. Byun, he has added that extra command center, which is of course part of the 4 racks build, but he's adding on those 2 additional barracks. And let's just see how well Dark's able to hold on to this. For now, Reaper's doing a good job. One getting very low, has to microwave, but it will go down. So now it's 3 shots to kill Lings. Now it's 3 shots to kill drones. It takes a little bit longer, harder to stick on them, harder to accidentally kill things. So Byun, well, okay, he does get a drone. He's killed a lot of Lings here. But the Queens will start to push him out. That one Reaper gets very low, but the KDA charge keeps it alive. And Dark, he cut gas for this. Speed is getting started right around the time where normally speed would be done. And part of this is, of course, the fact that, well, you got to build a bunch of Lings. You got to be able to go and build the Lings that you want, which means there's less mining, so you're not going to be mining gas as much to try to catch up. And if there's one player in the world who is just the best in the world at manipulating their economy, it's got to be Dark. As the Reapers, they dive in, they get 2 more workers, and Reaper, oh wow, I thought a Queen was going to kill that. Both Reapers get out, so Dark taking a little more damage than he would have liked to at this point. His stim just about done. Combat Shields is going to finish up right around the same time, so I guess actually not just about done, but over 50%. It's fine. And you gotta figure Dark has some idea about what's happening here, but the Overlord, all it sees is this barracks. The fact that it's researching stim, okay, fine, but he doesn't see a tech lab on the second barracks, or he sees a reactor, and that I think is a very different build. So here comes Byun across the map. Stim is done. A bunch of Marines moving out here, and there is no Baneling nest. Yes, there will be armor eventually, and yes, a ton of Lings are being made, but now Dark knows. He knew what was happening earlier, but now he has confirmation. The Lings sees the Marines, and can Byun make this happen? He's hitting just before combat shields. Okay, he's pulling the SCVs with this. I think this is part of the Maru build, but quite frankly, I don't remember. SCVs, certainly, workers in general are much better at fighting than they were previously, and SCVs better than most because they have that extra damage to them. So now Byun moves over to the left side, trying to knock down, catch some of the army off before it all comes together. All the Lings are falling down here. Byun now trying to get on top of the Queens before it all falls. 10, 11 SCVs have gone down. Queens now starting to fall, though. Lings They pop out to their doom, to their death, to their utter destruction. And more Marines arrive. This is going to do it. Byun he's killed Dark at this point. More and more Lings are on the way, of course. Well, actually, you know what? 32 Lings are on the way. The spine is just about done, and armor is pretty close. This may not be as dead of a Dark as I thought it was, but it's still a little bit complicated. And as, by the way, the Broodling change that was affecting Broodlords was affecting the Broodlings coming out of buildings. That has been changed. That has been rolled back. They still last 5.6 seconds, I think it is. As Byun now tries to sim up the ramp, get on top of these queens before their energy is ready. And that's a lot of Lings there. More drones have to get pulled. Byun microing back. The spine not even burrowed just yet. But there it is. And, well, the queens are going to go down. And then the spine should fall in short order. But, you know, the Marine count is starting to falter. Just a little bit. There we go. The spine is dead. The queens are falling. And there we go. Byun, he takes game one. Dark made it look a little questionable. But, no, that is Byun's game. Game one goes the way of the Rebellion Terran. In the upper left, in the blue, falling victim to the 4X, and that's fair. Many Zergs have. He is Dark. And his opponent, his adversary here in this match in the bottom right side, again, going for something very similar. He is Byun. Look at this. Is this going to be 2 racks, though? Is this just one? Yeah, it's got to be 2 racks, right? Yeah, there we go. Second barracks is on the way. And, you know, if this build was good... Oh, this is unfortunate here. This is not what Dark wants. He's gone pool first. Against what might as well be an impenetrable wall. He's going to have slowlings against a bunch of Reapers. And if he tries to get aggressive with it, the Reapers are going to kill him off. Yeah, this might put a little more...
Game paused.
Okay, seems like we got to pause. But this might put a little more pressure on Byun's aggression, but that's about what it's going to do. I mean, this is a pretty damn nice opening. I think. Now, I'm not... This is still a pretty new build here from Byun, but my read says this is a really nice setup for him. You know, 47ness, I don't know. I think they're the same unit. The question is of course about whether Broodlings will be counted as two different units from buildings and from Broodlords. I don't know. I actually have no idea. I do know that they do have despawn time differences. They might just have a tag in like the code. So they're not 2 different units. It's just Broodlings have a building tag, and whether that's flipped or not determines how long they last. But let's see what has caused Dark to pause here. He's not in the best spot, but well, we're just gonna have to see. Certainly, and before someone says it, because I know someone's gonna be saying it somewhere, Dark is not pausing so he can let the 2-minute buffer survive and then see what his opponent is doing. Dark is actually a good competitor. But while we wait for that, let's I was going to keep us on that just briefly because, hey, you know. But yes, Tress Dress, I'm also a big fan of the Rebellion. I'm kind of sad. I was up in Toronto over the summer and I was like, hey, you know, TLO, can I go and can I get a tour of the facility because I'm in Toronto? Might as well. And unfortunately, no one was there. TLO was on vacation and there were no other staff, so didn't really happen. But I'm jealous of the StarCraft community up there. Like Uppetry has gone and he streamed from there for like during the StarCraft boot camp. Steadfast may have done a visit. I don't know. It actually, on the subject of people getting assigned to organizations, with Roddy getting assigned to Basilisk, what, 2 weeks ago? With that being announced, in my opinion, I think it would make a lot of sense for Shopify to pick up Steadfast, if he was interested, of course. And honestly, probably up a tree as well. And then they could do their EPT broadcasts from the Shopify building, and that'd be awesome. I mean, the production value there. They're both in Toronto. There's just a lot of potential activations and things that they could do. But it seems like, I guess, something came to the door of Dark or something. So that's my guess. I don't read Korean, unfortunately. But that's just my guess, kind of based on how long the wait is. Normally, players are much faster than that. Pig has informed us in the Observer chat that PPPP is poo-poo PP. Dark has a serious toilet break. Oh, interesting, 47 is. But anyways, folks, we're now back into our game. Let's see what's happening. So, this is, again, 2 Rax Reaper, and, okay, this is a little better. I thought this was just a pool first to maybe trying to make something happen, but Dark's going Roaches, and, Roaches against Reapers are not good, and one of the downsides of this build for the Terran is the fact that they do not SCV scout. Not really. You scout with the Reapers because it's Moondance. It's a 31-second rush distance as the as the SCV travels. Reapers do it a little bit faster. He will not have any idea that these Roaches and Ravagers are arriving. And actually, Dark, he's doubling down on it. Second gas going down here. He saw the double barracks at the wall, and he understands just what is coming. Now, the Reaper, he's got to see that second gas. I don't think it saw the Roach Horn, but it should have seen the second gas. And that is a tell in and of itself. Byun, he's adding on a third barracks. He's adding on a reactor. He needs bunkers. He needs a factory or something. And I don't know that he's going to be able to find it. These Roaches running... Oh, that's a... A bunker in front of the wall. That is very surprising. I don't know how I feel about that, but for now, the Reaper's trying to delay things as much as they can. Marauders getting made, concussive shells as well. Behind this, Byun's just trying to buy time, and he gets some damage done to the Roaches, and of course, Ravagers, they take a lot longer to make now, so this is buying good time for Byun. The bunker will be up. And Marauder... Actually, here's the question. Okay, so Marauders are coming out of that barrack. So 1 Marauder in the bunker already. We should see a couple extra Marines as well. This is holdable from Byun, where it felt a little dicey early on. It's 7 Ravagers to burst this bunker down, although please repair this, Byun. SCVs, they really need to repair this. Suddenly the Biles may actually knock this down. Bunker is now going to fall here, and now the Reapers, the Marines, everything has to retreat back on home. But Marauders have concussive shells, and they can chase this down just a little bit. And remember, folks, there is no Zergling speed. No flood of Lings are going to run across the map and make this even more difficult than it already is. This 1 Roach will fall. And this, Byun's going to get supply blocks off of... Oh, no, he's not. I'm sorry. But he is starting to lose the barracks. They do need to be repaired. Breaking out from the front. And then the Biles will knock down the tech lab. So this is going to be the last Marauder that pops out. 1 barracks is dead, but folks... There are still here as the Ravagers, the Roaches, they continue to run on forward. Marauders kiting backwards as well as they can. Great KD8 charge actually saves one of the Marauders. And now SCVs, they run forward here. Ravagers starting to fall. This is looking doable for Byun right now. In fact, it's looking pretty damn good. He's got the natural. He's lost 10 SCVs, but that's really not the end of the world. And remember, Tech Lab on the high ground. He can build more of these Marauders. We're going to see Dark get close to being supply blocked. The 3 Marauders here. Now, Byun is rather reticent to run out, of course, because he doesn't want to get surrounded. This is really not a wall. But with the Marauders as they are, I mean, it's just slowlings. You can micro against those pretty damn well. Ideally, Dark's going to try to catch this army on the middle of the map. He's going to drop Ravager Biles on its head, and that's going to be that. But I mean, I'm not convinced here. It is four roaches, 2 ravagers, a dream, a hope, a prayer. Dark has the lings on the left side, and they're trying to do something. All right, they're going to look to maybe run in. And that's the surround. This is what Dark has been looking for. Is it going to be enough, though? So here comes the army moving forward. That's going to be, there we go. That's the surround, but Round Ravager will fall. Byun, can you dodge in time? He will. Another Ravager falls down here. And Byun, he's losing this army, but if he trades out well enough, it might still be worthwhile. Slowly dodging the biles, and now Byun's army here is dead. But he has been able to build more workers, gets a good scout, sees more roaches on the way. 2 additional bunkers now trying to complete this wall. And Byun again just tries to take the fight at the front of things. He does not want the roaches and the ravagers to really join him in his own base. And Byun taps out. It looked doable, but just not enough. And that's going to do it. Dark ties it up. It is now 1-1 between Dark and Byun. In the upper right, folks, now in the blue, he is, for Dragon Phoenix Gaming, it's Dark. And on the bottom left, in the red, he took game 1. Game 2, the build didn't work out quite as well as it did in the first one. He is Byun. And we got to talk about this immediately. So he's not going for the 2 racks Reaper expand into the 4 racks, whatever it is that got bopped. And it's data C. You don't want to do it. But look at what Dark is doing. Dark is going for a proxy hatch. And folks, this is not just Dark, throwing something at the wall hoping it sticks. One of the changes that was not quite as heralded about the balance change was the change to the creep around hatches specifically. The interval, the creep spread decreased from hatches from 0.3 to 0.25. So you get a full max creep saturation around a hatch much quicker. Which then, of course, means that you can push spines quicker, you can push creep quicker, you can get roaches on top. It actually makes the proxy hatch a good deal more powerful. Just how powerful it is, we're going to have to see. But there we go. Roach Warren is on the way. We will expect to see a queen coming out of this one fairly quickly once Dark has the money for it, although he's pumping lings right now. I guess the play there is to delay the natural as much as you can. Although at this point, I think it makes sense to maybe hold those lings just a little bit. And just from the mind gaming perspective of, you want Byun to really cancel that natural at the very last possible second. But of course, as I say that, Reaper's going to show up on the other side, and it's going to scout that there's no natural, and checks the third, and realizes that there's nothing there. So it's a 1 base dying. Ling's already on the other side. The natural, SCVs are going to try to save this, actually, with the Marine. Yeah, but no. Now, he canceled that one. Bunker in the wall. Barracks positioning actually rather interesting to enable the Reaper to show up on the other side. As Lings pop out, but the Reaper gets low, has to run away. But of course, it's all on these Ravagers. It's all on, well, the Roaches now, but the Ravagers soon enough to break down the high ground. But the factory's almost done. And we should see a tech lab going down pretty much immediately after that one. And Byun, okay, I expected this to be a starport, realistically. But no, he's getting that second command center quick as he can. He doesn't want to fall too far behind if Dark decides to expand. But it's a proxy hatch. I mean, Dark is not going to go and, do better economic. He's not going to be droning behind this, not unless he does enough damage to make it worthwhile. He's all in. One way or the other, Dark wins this game, really come hell or high water. And for right now, Byun is well positioned. He won't lose any SCVs, although he will lose the supply depot and get supply blocks for it. Not great. But the first Cyclone's almost out, and that is a significant deal. Ling sees roaches running across. So again, Byun is doing a good job making sure he understands what is coming out of both barracks, or both hatcheries. That's the real big bit of production here, big bit of knowledge. If Dark was droning behind this, that would be really important information to know. But as he's not, well, okay. Byun, batten down the hatches, get ready. But look at this. Dark is, first of all, he's droning a little bit. Is he droning? Yeah. Okay, he's going to start pushing. He's going to start pushing spines. But he's got speed on the way. Under the understanding that he's broken this wall down. Ling speed can actually be rather nice here. But, well, Byun, for his part, he's gotten a kill on a Ling, but no worker damage just yet. And, I mean, there's only one queen. And this queen is not for injects. This queen is to push creep as far as it possibly will go. So even you see drones, and you might tell yourself, oh, this is... Wait, Dark's mining out of this? Oh, he's mining out of it. I thought this was for spines. There was no way this was anything else, but no. He's mining out of Byun's fourth base. Love to see that, as now Cyclone gets not the best lock on, to be honest, on the Overlord. It's still staying alive, and that's a lot of Ravagers on the low ground, which is a lot of dead gas if Byun can find his way down the ramp, but, I mean, good luck. Other Cyclone, there we go. It does get one Ravager, and that's something. But I cannot get over the fact that Dark is actively mining out of Byun's 4th base. Like, that's just awesome. That sparks so much joy as Byun scouts that, okay, speed is done. The bunker is, the wall is going to have to be a little bit more impactful. Certainly the Cyclone does not does not really kill the Ravager here. And this Spore goes forward. I guess Dark is afraid of a Banshee, which, hey, makes sense. The Banshees are actually incredible against this. So you put the Spore forward on the off chance that's what's happening. But no, Byun is adding a second barracks. He actually doesn't even have a starport as the Cyclone again. Well, oh, that's not a good lock on there. And the tank-friendly fire knocks it down. Great job there with the Lings from Dark. So the Cyclone is dead. And that's a lot of the mobility of this army done. Dark's looking like he's in a pretty nice spot here. The bunker is going to get salvaged. And that is at least something. Now here, Byun's, he's trying to get down the ramp. I think he's got enough. He's got 3 tanks. He's got a decent amount of bio. No stim, of course. No medevacs. Nothing to really enable these Marines to be better than they already are. But it's just a decent army. It's big. And so we will see the Spore Crawler go down. Oh, but these Ravagers. Oh, they're looking for a snipe. But do they get all their shots off? They do. That's going to be a dead. Oh, no, the repair. They weren't. This is the second time. The rapid fire just doesn't really seem to be doing what Dark wants it to do. He's had his biles just kind of separated a little bit too much. So now Byun tries to find a bit of the army in the corner. Lings try to run in here, but the tanks are really nice. Biles now are going to land, but is there going to be... Yeah, they're just not going to land. Byun cleans every single thing up, and we talked about how this was looking good for Dark. That was incredibly expensive for Dark. He lost 9 Ravagers, 8 Lings, sure, whatever, a Queen, but 9 Ravagers, 900 minerals, 900 gas there. And now this base that Dark has been mining from as much as he can, it's gone. It's lost. There are 4 tanks here. And the starport's now on the way. The one thing that is keeping Byun from maybe running across the map, but even then, yeah, Dark is just dead. Byun takes the 2-1 lead off a really patient hold. And now, Dark's on tournament point. Byun's on tournament point. In the upper left, in the blue, folks, he's down a map. Can he make the comeback happen? Send us to game 5. It is Dark. And his worthy opponent in the bottom, excuse me, the upper right, in the red with a proxy on the map. It's Byun. It's a proxy. I gotta assume this is more than... It is just a 2-Rex. And it feels like proxy 2-Rex, for the most part, are just not good anymore. With the change that all workers, they don't need to fully decelerate before they attack. And the fact that they enter the attack action at 2 range instead of 5, it's easier for the drones, the SCVs, the probes, to get on top of units, and then they do damage faster. So drone pulls are now much easier to do and much more effective than they used to be. So what does Dark choose to do here? Bunker's going down. Dark, I don't think he's seen it. No, he's got nothing. In fact, his Overlord has taken really just about the utter wrong path. He's now going to see that there's nothing in the wall, and now Lings are going to get made and Queens are going to get made. But this is as the Marines start shelling away at the natural. This is kind of the worst case scenario if you're dealing with a 2-Rex as the Zerg. So couple Lings are gonna pop out, and this was pool first. At least you have that one. Well, I'm sorry, yeah, this is pool first for Dark. What am I saying? But it does mean he will lose this natural, I think. Yeah, the bunker's already up. In fact, Byun can start to push bunkers. So the second one will go down, but where does... So Dark's gonna drop a Roach Warren. And is he going to try to save this? He has one spine. Ideally, you want two. You can put them in a position where... you can put them in a position where the spines can hit the bunker, but the bunker cannot hit the spines. Or at least Marines in a bunker can't hit spines. I think technically Marauders can. But Byun's going to get this natural. Dark's not trying to hold it. It's going to be a one base all in for the man. He's building a bunch of roaches. He's going to turn them into Ravagers and go from there. I'm somewhat surprised that we didn't see Dark go and start mining out of the pocket base. But I guess in all fairness, again, he's going for the roach timing, come hell or high water. But oh, Byun's gonna really bunker this in. I'm kind of surprised about this, actually. And the interesting thing is he's doing the full wall. This is cool. I don't know how well it works against a bunch of Ravagers, though. Against Lings, yeah, fine. You're gonna shred them. It's a massive meat grinder, but against a bunch of roaches, the Biles kill this. Even still, now the barracks are starting to find their way home. The factory's done, and it is put to be Tech Lab is going to be the name of the game here, so that's something at the very least. Or sorry, but it's a reactor. I'm sorry, not a Tech Lab. What am I saying? That's kind of not what you want. You really want a Tech Lab here. You want Cyclones. I think Byun has made the assumption that Dark is just taking the space. So now we're going to start to see these barracks. The bunkers, they're going to start to get knocked down, but there we go. One bunker is going to get canceled. One bunker does not get salvaged, so Dark finds some value there. Marines pop out. Another bunker falls. Dark is going to slowly break out of this. But this is taking so long that we will have a tank out by the time the Dark finds his way onto the other side of the map. One bunker is going to get salvaged. The last one, well, it's not going to do much of anything. It will go down. But hey, the Ravagers, they're getting low. That means that there's going to be a point where they are all going to, maybe, just maybe, the Lings are going to try to knock down the clutch of Marines sitting back home, and they will all go down. But they're going to die fighting, lobbing off as many Lings as they can. But we're going to start to hit a point here where the tank shots are going to be rather powerful indeed. I got to say, though, I'm pretty surprised to see this not be Cyclones. Cyclones are just so good against Roach Ravager pressure. But even still, Byun is actually very much in danger of being supply blocked. He's 47 out of 70, but he's got a rich supply depot at the front. And that's something the Ravagers are going to look to really, really punish. But Dark, he's on one base. He's all in one way or the other. Marines, though, try to find their way forward, knocking down, getting damage done on the Ravagers as much as they can. And now here's the wall. It's dead. Well, there's one supply depot, but realistically, not all that great. Lings now run forward. There are two tanks here trying to get on top of them. Biles are going to land on top of the first tank. Now the bunkers are going to go down here as well, but the Ravagers are continuing to fall. Lings, they run up into a meat grinder, and yeah, the bunker's dead, but there's still a tank here. It's getting repaired. And it's only 3 Ravagers. I don't know that Dark breaks this. This is kind of an anticlimactic ending to what would have been an interesting series, I think. And yeah, at this point, I mean, Lings are going to try to flood through, but we have 2 tanks. Surprisingly, no third one on the way. Byun, I guess, opting to spend his money elsewhere. But it's going to be very difficult now for... Oh, okay, Overlord goes down as well. So no Biles on the high ground. Lings run forward. And, oh, we have a cat. SCVs are not getting what they want. Ow, Byun, you dog. He cancels... He's blocked the third base with an eBay as well. That's just mean. Like there is winning a game, there's winning a game with style, and then there's kind of styling on your opponent. Yeah, Byun has surpassed winning the game with style. Now he's just punishing Dark for being in this game in the first place. So Dark, even as he wants to take this third base, it's going down at 7 minutes. I mean, Dark's natural is just complete. He's on 28 workers to the 40 of Byun, and yeah, Byun can't end the game right now. He doesn't have stim. He doesn't have a starport yet. He doesn't have medevacs. Nothing like that. It's going to take a big comeback for Dark to come back from this. It's really going to take some sort of world record type of comeback. But Stim is on the way. Byun adding on at third barracks. So he's going to have a 3-1-1. Natural done. I don't know exactly when he's going to. Third command center on the way. Right there. Hey, look, I summoned it. As a scouting SCV runs in. Yeah, it's going to see the spine that's forward. That's about that. But Byun feels comfortable enough at this point. His army is not really going to get broken. That he's taking his third base on location. He's being as greedy as possible off of this setup. As the cat is very interested in my microphone. Like, what are you doing, bud? Why are you speaking into this metal box? It's because this is important, cat. Because we must tell the people about this game of StarCraft and digest what the balance patch means. Nothing in this build. Nothing in this game whatsoever. I don't think a single change is being interacted with. Maybe Ravager build time. That's about it. And I guess drone strength or worker pull strength, something like that. But here comes the double drop, and this is not going to get a lot done. It's roaches and ravagers and queens. They're going to go, and they're not going to get much. Byun continues to put himself in this incredible position, adding on his 4th and 5th barracks now as his third base is complete. 1-1 faster than the upgrades of the Zerg. He's got combat shields on the way. The one thing I would like to see is maybe a little bit more anti-roach power. He's building 5 Marines at a time off of his 3 racks, but, you know, it kind of want... This is going to be a 1-1 roach time. Well, not even that. I'm sorry. I think we're actually going to see Dark... drop down a Hydra Den. When he's been going for the quick lurker style, he has been going for these 2 infestors just as a stopgap tech to make sure that he can get up to it properly. So the infestors are on the way. 1-1 halfway done. Roach speed on the way, but of course, again, no Hydra Den. He can't quite afford that just yet. He's only on 59 workers, only just now finally saturating this third base. So Byun drops in this position that for a while I think he was thinking was a base that Dark had taken. Of course, he did not. He went for that 1 base all in for the longest time. But Byun's upgrades, they're just about done. He's got combat shields as well, just about as well. And seeing that amount of roaches on the high ground, on top of the roaches and ravagers he saw at the third base, is kind of informing him that she should go back into marauders. They will be useful. Fungal is... Well, it's not going to go down. A couple more roaches will fall, and that's a good scout. Now Byun knows, okay, this is Infestor, Roach, Ravager. I kind of know what I need to do here. This is a Dark that is trying to turtle the hell out of this game. Take this game another 10 minutes. And then maybe he'll have an opportunity to go and do something. Get up to Hive. He's even getting Pathogen Glands, and that's a nice fungal here. But, well, half the Marines will be able to escape, and the other half there. Not quite as much, but even still. That's energy that was used, and Byun was able to hot pick up appropriately. And now Dark's getting his Hive on the way. Adding more Infestors here with Pathogen Glands. Does Byun go Ghost Academy? Yeah, Enhanced Shockwaves are not a thing anymore, but basic EMPs are much better. If the entire point of Dark's army right now is these Infestors and these Fungals, if you can knock them down, if you can EMP them and not allow them to do anything, well, that sounds like an easy game. Maybe. But for now, the Roaches are going to find their way forward. It's 1-1 versus 1-1. Marauder count, not incredible. So Byun, he does have to be careful at this fight. But that being said, Byun's down up on army supply against the Roach player. It doesn't feel great. But I think Byun may also have the read that he's not going to be able to break this. Not easily. Not with these Infestors and Dark being this incredible defensive player that he is. So instead, 4th base. Instead, advancing of the tech. This cat is content just sitting in the crook of my arm. But okay, there we go. Now the Hydra Den is going down. Now, this is going to be for lurkers. I don't think we're going to see Roach Hydra, certainly not with these Ravagers getting made. Ravagers and Hydras fill a very similar role in most games. So this drop doesn't get much done. Byun trying to push on the bottom side as he's all maxed out, but he doesn't have his 2-2. Not just yet. That's really going to be the powerful timing. As a couple lings they're going to run in. Fungal doesn't really get much of anything. I guess it gets the medevacs and does damage to them, but really doesn't do much of anything to the army. And Byun continues to push forward. More Ravagers, more Lings, or more Ravagers, more Marines, more of everything else. 2-2 done in 10 seconds, and he's just targeting down the Roaches, the Ravagers as much as he can. Good Wind of Mine shot as well, but this drop will get cleaned up. But does this allow Byun to push on the bottom side? I do not. Yes, it is. Meanwhile, this drop at the top side, Queens are knocking it down, but the Lings have but the Lings are all going down, at least for quite a while. So Byun is starting to try to crack this open. He's not there yet, but he's starting to approach some level of an opportunity. But the tanks are here, and Biles are going to go down on the rocks, trying to kill them off, trying to make just a better angle to attack into. Right now, it's so damn choky. There are so many Ravagers here. The Fungals don't really land. Second set gets a little bit better. Biles go down and actually get a lot of this army. As here comes on the backside, the Roaches, the Ravagers, the Lings. But Byun, he's taking one fight before the rest of the army arrives. So Stim's on top of the Ravagers, as many as he can. Fungal clears up the rest. The Biles, though, they will not get anything. And Byun, he's able to escape the trap that Dark has set for him, trading pretty damn cost effectively. And I cannot help but feel, though, that I would love to see some Ghosts just to deal with these infestors. They've been so problematic. The reinforcements from Byun arrive once again. And how rare is it that we see the Terran remax faster than the Zerg? That feels a little bit awkward as Byun kiting backwards. Not only is he setting splits here to make sure that he dodges the Biles, but he doesn't want to get fungled. That can change a fight where, okay, well, he's doing kind of fine to a fight where he just loses everything. And that fungal will land, kind of, but it's not really all that much to it. Oh, that's a much better one. Ling's getting on top of things for this round, but there's just more here. Byun dodging these fungals tremendously well. And Dark is just not... Well, actually, you know what? He's trading pretty cost effectively. Those fights felt pretty good for Byun. But still, though, of course, Dark is only on 4 bases. Byun is as well. He's got his 5th base on the way, and I'm bemoaning this lack of a Ghost Academy, especially as we get a Lurker Den on the way, or done. Lurker Den done, and we don't have the upgrades for it just yet, but even still, a couple Lurkers in this army are really powerful. But okay, there we go. Byun is going to stim on into this base. I don't think he's going to see the morphing Lurkers, but he's just going to tap this base down. Biles are going to land on top of part of his army, but he's going to get the base, and that is going to be the pickup, the runaway. Meanwhile, pressure on the right side here. But that's not getting much of anything. Even still, though, Dark down to 3 bases. And he's going to struggle to retake this, I think. The bio here is pretty strong. It's not 3-3, and in fact, Byun has forgotten his armor upgrade, but it's still not bad. And there we go. Finally, Ghosts are on the way. I was talking about the Academy. It must have snuck by my radar. Sorry about that, folks. But Ghosts are starting to join the fray. And this means infestors can be dealt with much easier. It means that Ravagers, Roaches, they can get sniped down. Queens as well. I mean, even with the nerfs to Ghosts, they're still pretty damn good. Oh, that's big fungals, but I'm not sure how much it matters. Well, I guess it does matter because the Lurkers can't get stimmed upon quite as easily. And Byun will be rebuffed here once again. He has 5 bases. But if we look at resources lost, Byun has lost more than Dark has. Dark is... I talked about earlier about how Dark is probably the best Zerg in the world at economic manipulation, about getting as much as possible out of a really bad situation. But he is also the best, by far, the best player in the world at playing these low eco situations. He has been trading better than Byun has. And that is an incredible feat. That is just so good. It's really hard to do, by the way, especially with how much Byun has been multitasking. But now Byun's going to have to find a different way. His opponent's got 3-3 Lurkers. He does not have armor just yet. He's adding some Ghosts into the mix. He's got 8. As he sims up on the high ground, looking for snipe there on the Lurker. That's going to go down very quickly. And the Hydras, without anything else, I mean, yeah, they have 3-3, but they're still not incredibly tanky. Wind of Mine goes down on a bunch... Well, I thought it would go down, but I guess it's not. Snipes go down on a bunch of Ravagers, and yeah, they have been nerfed, but that's only in the runaway. You still lose them if you take the fight. So nice snipes there from Byun. That was a little bit better for him, I think. And still more Ghosts are on the way. Byun on 78 workers. And we're going to start to run into this issue where Dark does not have a lot of mining at his natural. His 4th base is fine, but even this 3rd base that he once had that he's retaken, it's only 7 mineral patches. It's starting to... Dark's starting to run out of positions... Ow. Yeah. Starting to run out of opportunities for to actually make money. So he's going to try to take the upper left base. There we go, guys. as Snipes goes down on a bunch of lurkers there. So Byun's getting a pretty nice opportunity here, but we will see a Nidus go down, targeting another lurker here. And, well, Byun's going to have to back up because these Lings are wonderful buffers. For the Nidus, though, Byun, has he found this out? I don't really see him clicking on anything, so there we go. Lurker run by, what is that, 6, 7, 8 lurkers into this natural of Byun. And infestors as well. This is going to be a complicated fight for Byun to take. I think he sniped some of the lurkers from the high ground, but I'm not totally sure. And again, we need to see some EMPs. Good fungal on the left side, but Byun seems to have the fight anyway, sniping them all down. And it's awkward, sure. And infestors will, for the most part, stay alive, but Byun, he deals with this decently well, even as he does lose 14 SCVs. Not great, but not horrible either. Resources lost coming a little bit more close to even. And by the way, Dark has taken the bottom left base, but he's only just now starting to mine from it. Maynarding over 16 workers all of a sudden. He needs this base. And Byun has not really put pressure on it for a while. Snipe gets a Ravager, gets a second. That's always nice. And if you can play well with these ghosts, they're always, of course, just going to be incredible cost effectiveness. Random Widowmine on the high ground is actually going to block this base for forever. That's so annoying. Lurker run by is, they're just going to go down. Nice catch there from Byun. He's going to see another one. Snipe that down. Really not going to lose much of anything. But I know I've been talking about, okay, Byun needs to do X, Y, and Z, and Dark is so far behind, but I'm not convinced of that anymore. Dark has been doing such an incredible job of sustaining and lasting against this Terran aggression that now he has every base but one he can realistically be expected to take. Although that being said, these ghosts have personal cloaking and there is nothing to detect them. So they are doing a whole hell of a lot of damage here. They can kill everything here if the Overseer does not go down quickly enough. So the ghosts, yeah, they're going to do it. And Byun on the bottom left side, he finds the base, knocks that down, and Dark, he holds. He withstands long enough, but it's not long enough. And Byun is your champion here of EPT North America. He takes it 3-1, and wow, that final game was awesome.